Good morning. So today is the second part of fundamentals in real estate. Today we will cover marketing, but before that we will go back to the first lesson we had last time. It was about getting started. If you are new into real estate or if you are starting your career in real estate, then what should be taken care was discussed last time. So we had covered nature of work, what should a real estate agent's nature of work should be while selling property, before showing properties, once the buyer and seller agrees to sell and buy, what are the market trends you need to take care, what sort of market knowledge you need to have, and if you want to become the sales associate of the choice of someone, then you should have trustworthiness, market experience, market expertise, listening skills, accessibility, helpfulness, and professionalism. These were the essential things for an agent to be successful. Then we also had discussed about why some sales associates fail. So that where they keep unrealistic expectation. They do not have enough working capital, so they don't have anything to market themselves. Then they burn out because they don't get business and part-time work. So those who work part-time get part-time results. So, and also we had discussed the sales associate should create a mission statement, like, and we had given some question to what does your business do, what is the reason for your business existence, etc. And we had also given some mission statement example, like I am in business to make sure that first time buyers have a great experience in their transaction. So this includes knowledge of specialized financing, etc. And we had asked you guys to write your goals. So as a part of your overall business, you need to have some goals. You should plan. You need to determine your goals, and it should be written down. So have you all written down all those goals which you need to achieve? Okay, Vishal, I'll speak little louder. Anyone else have problem except Vishal listening? So it is important to have goals for your all areas of your life, not just in real estate, but real estate career, spiritual, health, family, social, recreation, etc. And you should create a marketing plan. So this was what we had discussed in part 1, yes, that last time. So today we have fundamentals in real estate series part 2, that is marketing. Okay. So this guy has written a lot of goals and written a lot of drawings on the board or on a wall. So in marketing, we know everything requires a marketing. So many times we have seen more money is wasted on marketing than just about any other aspect of running a business, right? So it is difficult and a bad science, and many companies get it wrong. So we will today discuss marketing as it applies to real estate, and try to give you the fundamentals and understanding as to why real estate is marketed like it is. Hopefully, we think this will save you from making costly mistakes or give you the knowledge on which to decide a sound marketing decision for you or your company. Whether you are new to the real estate industry, this business, or attempting to expand your customer base by way of doing some kind of marketing. So marketing by definition is to discover the needs and wants of prospective customer and satisfy them. So what is important is to recognize that marketing is our dominant function in this real estate business. So actually marketing is what ultimately separates the great sales associates from the rest of the associates. So everybody have needs and wants, right? And needs and wants of customers are always changing. What has happened, the internet and other technologies have changed role of an agent. Once upon a time, agent was just a gatekeeper of the information to which only we had access. And with the internet, that is no longer the case. Everyone has an access to all the information. So this has caused the consumer to take a closer look at the services and value of an agent provides to him. So a customer will access this value depend on the individual needs and transaction itself. So we always know that there is a much importance we give to referral, and it is necessary to understand how to show your value. If your client do not value your service, they will not use your service and they will not prefer you. So we have seen that agents are facing a problem. Main problem from the consumers, that many consumers do not want the service of agent to sell their property due to the cost involved. Which cost? That is a brokerage. So also with the advent of internet and the more knowledge the consumer now has, there is a perception that the real estate transaction is less difficult now than it once was. So which makes it attractive to seller to try to sell their property on their own directly, like first sale by owner. So our challenge as an agent is to be relevant and to bring value to the process. One of the most effective ways of doing this is to have a brand that conveys leadership, value and consumer satisfaction. In our advertising and promotion in Remax, we always do that. We highlight our brand. It is always different from all other brands. It is consistent. It is highlighting. So we have seen this. This is what we have a brand. So all the pictures we can see the Remax is very highlighted and we can directly see it without any effort. So what is a brand? We all know a brand identifies an agent and services he represents. When you tell someone that you are in Remax, they identify what service you represent. The brand also differentiates you from your competition. The brand establishes your credibility. Every action you do will then strengthen or weaken the brand in the mind of consumer. So think of yourself as an ambassador of the Remax brand. A brand should be fundamental piece in your marketing. Remax for last 41 years have invested billions of dollars to build this brand. So Remax brand has become synonymous with quality in real estate. It makes the consumer choice easier when they have positive association with a brand. The stronger the brand, the more you stand out. So I am saying this because marketing and branding correlate as marketing establishes the brand's value. The better the marketing, the better the perceived value. As an agent, you also have a brand. The Remax name will tell a customer what services you offer. Your name also is a brand. It separates you from the other Remax agent also, and you must promote what makes you special. You want to differentiate yourself and become an agent of choice in your area. Your branding campaign should be designed to separate your service from other agents. So while building a brand is a goal, the valid goal, the branding exercise involves more than just putting your name on flyers and in newspaper. It is a fact that most products today are bought and not sold. You don't sell it, people buy it. So in other words, consumer know what they want and they go out to get it. So branding greatly facilitates this process. Suppose a couple is driving to a small town and they have lots of time on their hands. They decide to stop for eating a burger or something, and they choose Burger King over two other small independent restaurants in a nearby next to that Burger King. So why they do so? Those two restaurants make far better burger than Burger King, but the consumer do not know that. They choose Burger King to minimize their risk of a bad experience because that Burger King is proven everywhere. So a brand pre-sells you. Whenever a brand, sometimes you sell the things, but brand pre-sells you. Suppose you take example of supermarket. Lot of buying takes place there, but who is selling and where is the selling? Does anyone sell there? There are brands on the shelves and we choose something. So in fact the only selling that takes place is customers pick and choose between products is in the brand. So there are two butter packets lying on shelves in a supermarket and you choose Amul. So that is a brand, you know, okay, this is proven. There is another brand, it has come to the market but you don't know about it. So what do? You choose Amul. So many sellers and buyers will already have prejudged you before they have even spoken to you. So a successful branding program is based on the concept of singularity. It creates the mind of consumer a perception that there is no service on the market quite like your service. The way to build a better brand is to build a better quality product. And in real estate, that means improving the service because we don't sell any product, we sell service. So your personal brand will not build overnight. The marketing law that is most consistently violated is the law of consistency. A brand cannot get into the mind of consumer unless it stands for something. Markets may change, but a brand or the essential characteristics of the brand should never change. Your customers will only refer you if they believe you will deliver consistent high quality service. So branding is always important, but there are times in real estate when it becomes critical. So branding today is usually associated with a business that makes something like cars, shoes, food, etc. But branding is about making your product or service known on a consistent basis to the greatest number of potential clients. Suppose everybody makes a car, everybody gives a good service, but whenever in a car industry you think of service, you think of Toyota service. The Toyota gives a best service, after sales support, etc. So it is a brand, they have marketed their service very well. Okay, Toyota not only makes good car, but they give best service. So it is known for that. So branding is about referrals, repeat business and effective marketing, which are critical in your real estate career. So how do you market your service? Marketing a service is most difficult thing because it is not the same as marketing a product. You don't have anything tangible in your hand to sell. So understand the differences that need to be taken into consideration when developing your marketing plan. So when you develop your marketing plan, keep this in mind. You don't have any product, you have you have your service. So still there are some things which you need to take care when you develop your marketing plan. So first of all, it is inventory. Most services do not have inventory because they are not selling the product. Services, right? So services do not have inventory. In real estate, the seller owns the inventory and therefore the cost to providing the service is quite low. You do not have to finance the production or storage of inventory. This makes real estate an inexpensive field to get into, and that's why many people attempt real estate as career. Keep this in mind when dealing with builders or customers who are selling. They are financing a big ticket item and this can be very stressful for them. Now services are intangible, as I said earlier, they cannot be held. You cannot touch the service and you cannot see the service before the purchase decision. So a major marketing needs for services is to make them tangible and to show the benefits of using the service. Now services are intangible and hence it is very difficult for the consumer to evaluate them before the purchase versus a purchase for goods. They can touch, see, smell, etc. So if you are buying a butter, you can see it, you can touch it, you can feel it, you can smell it. But a service, you cannot do that. So this forces the consumer to make a pre-purchase examination of the service by examining tangible characteristics that are part or of surround the service. So what they will do, they will check other parts of your services, how do you provide the services. So consumer evaluate you based on what they can see. Now what they can see, they cannot see your service, but they can see you, your appearance, your promotion pieces, your advertising, your signage, your office space, your car, clothes, stationery, website, blogs, etc. So everything visually associated with you sends clues to the prospect. These clues should be consistent as to their look and feel. Your stationery, business card, brochure all should reinforce one another and portray the image you want to project, which should be an image of success and confidence. Your pins, the pins you are wearing, your visiting cards with photo, color, etc. Same thing. Your Remax logo, red, white, blue color, everything people see and they understand. So you dress for your success. Know that a listing presentation or wire presentation is show time to make sure to dress for success. So you may know your client really well, but do not allow this to justify a casual attire. How you look has an enormous impact on your success. We all run into people every day. We all meet every day a lot of people. We will not do business with because how they look. Because we know and like them, we will do business with some. But would we refer them? Right. So also because services are intangible, again consumers turn to personal sources of information such as friends and family who have used the service. They review your testimonials and therefore consumer satisfaction is very critical to ensure positive word of mouth referrals. The anchoring principle. Your friends and acquaintances anchor you in your old job or position. They still see you as a school teacher or what were you earlier, like that. They do not know your current services. To counter this, you must promote and advertise your achievements. Like your friends, relatives, etc. were knowing you as a person you were before you joined Remax or before you joined real estate industry. So they still perceive like that. So to counter this, you should promote and advertise your achievements also. Strive to know that you are now a successful agent by sending listing presentation, newsletters, promo items and which projects your new image and career. Social networking is an ideal vehicle for this. Also, familiarity breeds business. People will, people will choose the most familiar. There is evidence to suggest that it is better to be known badly than not at all. We are not suggesting you to do something to the front page news, but look for opportunities for good publicity and name promotion. Brand name, as we have discussed. Brand name, because services are intangible and therefore difficult to describe, the brand name or your logo, maybe Remax balloon, is particularly very important when a consumer makes a purchase decision. A well-established brand reputation makes it easier to market services. Fortunately, Remax has the best known brand name and logo in real estate. Services are inconsistent because they depend on people and the quality varies with each person's capability and day-to-day performance. As an agent, you attempt to reduce or mitigate inconsistency through training and standardization. Standardization is achieved through licensing, board membership, or automation and technology, cell phones, your listing through online listing. It is because services are inconsistent that agents advertise how great their service is there. To be consistent, you must have some systems. So at the core of every great customer service organization is a package of system and training program to inculcate those systems into soul of the company. Past clients want to know that the person they refer to you will receive the same level of service. You must assure them of this and do not offer a service that you cannot consistently deliver. Start small and slowly build towards your vision. Always remember to under promise and over deliver. Customer will refer you only when they believe you can deliver consistent service levels. Services are inseparable. There are two dimensions to inseparability: production and consumption. See, goods are produced, then sold, then consumed. Services are sold first, then produced and consumed at the same time. So when a client signs a buyer agreement or listing contract, they have contracted for a service that has just to be delivered. You may look on that contract as a win. You have won the battle of securing the client over a competitor. The client, on the other hand, does not look at that way. He views the listing contract as giving you the right to own their business. They have contracted for a service that has yet to be delivered. The client believes that in return for signing a contract, they are entitled to see a service performed. See, every time they do not get their call returned or you do not follow through on what was promised, you fail to live up to your end. This will cause them to take the opportunity not to do business with you or not to refer business to you. Because services are sold and then delivered, services is all about trust. Trust is delivering on your promises. The second dimension was inseparability, is the fact that consumer cannot and does not separate the deliverer of the service from the service itself. So in our real estate, the consumer buying or selling the property will evaluate that service by looking directly at how well you did the job. How well you did the job. You and the resulting sale are inseparable. Because the consumer cannot separate you from the service, it's okay. You market yourself. Because you are your service, everyone touched by you is a customer. Because you are the service, everything you do is seen as a critical in the eyes of consumer. Now we will discuss about building relationships next. So building relationship. Relationships are all about feelings. If prospects like you, they will do business with you, right? Consumers often cannot tell the difference between a greatly worded offer and one that is average. What they can tell is whether they have calls returned and if they are treated well and with respect. Yesterday someone told me that I had gone to someone's office and he was asking me, this agent is not good. He said, why? When I called him, he said, I am busy, I will talk to you later, and then put down the phone. And he should have told me in a better manner. I understand that he can be busy, he must be traveling or something, but he should tell me in a better way. So this agent had lost a potential customer. So this is what they understand. Despite the thought that an agent will disappear due to technology, it hasn't happened. The agents are there. This is still a people business. Many experts in technology do not understand this is still a business relying on face-to-face consumer relationship. What technology will do, however, is give the tech-savvy agent more time to take client away from those who do not get to speed and thereby neglect their client base. So in order to maintain service client relationship, technology is important. More and more customers want to communicate using email, text message or social networks. They see your use of technology as an indication that you are up to speed in the industry. They will notice and judge you by what they see. An indicator such as having or not having an email address and or a web portal or a website. See, you do not sell property, you sell trust. Surveys tell that clients do business with you because they like the relationship with you and they trust you. You make them feel comfortable. It is not necessarily the superiority or excellence of the service. And that does not mean you don't have to give good service. If prospects like you and trust you, they will do business with you. Service marketing is a popularity concept. The competent and likable agents will attract much more business than the socially deficient one. Service is about relationships and relationships are about trust. So, superior expertise is not critical to success in services business. So, we all live in a competitive world where we all try to be number one. In marketing, however, it is not a necessary position. How often are you really looking for the very best service? How often will you know the best service when you find it? Like that. How to respond when a service tells you it is very best? So enthusiasm beats out ability. It comes out from confidence, confidence comes from knowledge, and knowledge comes from experience. So always work on getting experience. People want to work with people who are fun and enthusiastic about their work. Services do not sell houses, but price does. So service is like cement. Service is like cement. It strengthens the relationship. So it is much easier to be seen as having failed in your service than it is to be seen as having succeeded. A client knows if they are faced with a lawsuit due to an improperly prepared contract. A smoothened transaction is taken for granted in most instances. So a client knows when something goes wrong, but often cannot tell when something is done right. So he knows what goes wrong, but he will not say that this has gone right, because he always is prepared for the negative part of the publicity. This should not happen, this should not be done like that. So you should also promote your success. It is difficult to build a lot of trust in small time and small time that we spend with client. So therefore you must promote your success. Show your client what you have done. If your client gets a good deal, tell them. If their home sells fast, tell them. If you are proud of something you have done, make sure that client knows. This all important because they will not know otherwise. Your service is not thereafter to sell to remind them of the job you did, as with a product they could see constantly. You did a great service. So client do not associate the home they bought with you. You must stay present in the client's mind through regular advertising and publicity. This assures the client you are around, visible and successful. You must communicate your success, new awards, new recognition, new testimonial on a constant basis. This might be done with appropriate modesty. Remember, out of sight is out of mind. So selling a service is not the same as selling a product, and you must differentiate yourself from the competition. So develop a consistent service and project a positive image. So we'll discuss some marketing rules now. So we have to recognize that marketing is our dominant function. Marketing is what ultimately separates the great agent from the rest, as I told in the beginning. Marketing is not complex. Rather, it is built around a number of basic common sense rules. Number one, you cannot market effectively without marketing research. So talk to your customers, call your prospects, get feedback after closing, call or have someone else call, and ask a series of questions about your service and see how it could be improved. Number two, your staff, your contact management system, supplier, all should be on the same page. Have a marketing plan and build technology, assistants. Send out mailer to your assistants, friends and family, starting who they are working for and the fact you want their business. Your assistant should be trained to answer calls correctly and get appointments. Number three is antithesis factor. The best strategies are often counter-cyclical and contrary to traditional behavior, such as spending when others cut back. The worst thing you can do is cut back on advertising and promotion during difficult times. Number four, combine the interaction of three basic concepts. One is innovation. It is the heart of marketing. The more innovative you are and more you stand out from others, the harder it is for competition to catch up. Second concept is aggression. It is a must for successful marketing. You are trying to create a psychological monopoly in your customer's mind. And domination. Try to market dominant, not just get a piece of the pie. Learn the weakness of the competition and promote your solutions. Know the strengths of your competition. Rule number 5. Steal ideas from other businesses. Yes, steal ideas. Other agents have good ideas. Use their ideas, but improve on them if you can. Also look at non-real estate businesses and see if they have great ideas you can use. Number 6. Be able to answer the question, why should I choose you as my agent? So talk to your clients and find out why they do business with you. You need to promote your strength and have your mission statement in mind at all the times. Remember, we talked about an agent mission statement in last training. Successful advertising involves finding creative ways of presenting your service to consumer. Write a brief paragraph describing the purpose of your advertising program. Thank you. No problem. So you should write a brief paragraph about the purpose of your advertising campaign, the method you intend to use to inform consumer, and how you will present your ideas. Use statistics to back up claims such as days on market, property wear, and testimonial to back up experience, integrity, etc. Rule number 7. There are no magic answer leading to bigger production. Often it is a little thing that can make a difference, so do not underestimate their value. A marketing expert was asked at a Remax convention recently that what was the secret of his success. Remember, we had a great speaker in this RR5, and what is your success? What is the secret of your success? And his response was, I do not have any secret. I simply do what everybody knows they should be doing. Great ideas do not necessarily have to be completely revolutionary. It is good, solid, most of the time simple ideas, implemented consistently, and that earns excellent results. Rule number 8. You should also think about things you can offer to your customer as part of marketing and something you can become known for. See, give something collectible that keep adding every time they send a referral. Like table calendar, Remax branded pen drive with your marketing material inside, if it is a big project and you are going to earn big money out of it. So always give something collectible. Good marketing piece is better if it is specialized. There are a number of niche market you can develop through your marketing efforts. First time buyer, expired listing, FSBOs, investment properties, 3 BHK apartment, low cost housing, luxury homes, new home, weekend villas, seniors, houses for seniors, developers, renter, commercial real estate. You can be in any of this niche market. Market yourself to Remax sales associates also. It is your niche farm. Send marketing pieces to Remax agent you meet at recent conferences here in Ahmedabad. Promote your unique service to offer. So many of agents have done that in past. Okay, they have created offer for other Remax agents as well. So take agents' pictures at Remax convention, self meetings, you meet them, send them a copy or put on a Facebook and text them to have a look. Marketing to Remax agent should be as methodical as your other prospecting. Decide how often you are going to farm this group and do it. Use email to exchange marketing ideas which can offer value to referral relationship. Rule number 11. Offer assistance in finding the right home, new listing watch, best buy list, pre-qualifying for a home loan, etc. This is you can do in your lead generating website. You all have a website, you have a screenshot, you can design your website on your own. You can create some marketing piece on your website also. Next. Rule number 12. Your image is everything, so do not settle for second best. Use high quality clean signs, up to date professional photographs. You are always going out for success, so dress for success. Have personalized stationery. Your own personalized stationery will help you a lot. And rule number 13 for marketing is that if you spend a 1 rupee on promotion, you should get 4 times money back. So if you are spending 1 rupee, you should get 4 rupees back. So this rule of thumb is to track return on rupee invested, like calendar, flyer, notepad, magnet. If you are not getting this return, examine why it is happening so, and then move on to do something that works better. Rule number 14 is list down suppliers who are willing to work with you. See, you have to increase the amount of marketing you can do. So you have to cooperate advertising. You have to promote your advertising jointly. I'm not telling to do which to Remax agent, but you have a lot of suppliers, right? You have property lawyers, you have home loan agents. Ask them if they want to be known as a part of your team. Contribute to cooperative advertise, and also who will show you as a part of their team. Suppose an HDFC loan agent is a very successful, he is getting a lot of loan prospect, so you should cooperate with him as in marketing. He should use your name in his flyer and you should use his name in your flyer. This is the way of co-op advertising. Rule number 15, get a second opinion. Ask your broker or manager. Sometimes what happens, every marketing page is not perfect. So it should be reviewed for Remax standard, mostly when you are gaining knowledge on how to use the brand. You should always download the Remax trademark and graphic standard manual from Remax mainframe and study it thoroughly. This will give an edge in the use of brand and will help you avoid expensive mistakes. This 16 number cause marketing, like you donate a portion of your commissions to charity and include a note as a part of your presentation. It may be the difference in your getting the listing. You should always do this. Suppose you have done a blood donation, use that. If you are doing a cause marketing, give your name, Remax name to them. Now personal promotion, it is also very important. To become a top agent, you need to make a transition from real estate salesperson to business person, right? That development is nowhere more needed than in area of advertising and personal promotion, through which you as an agent let the public and other real estate people and the many sphere of influence know that you are open for business and you have the experience and expertise to offer a valuable service. Personal promotion is, the term itself suggests, it emphasizes you, what you look like, what your qualifications are, perhaps even your interests and hobbies. If product advertising emphasizes the image of the product, personal promotion always emphasizes your image. It conveys that you are not only professional and competent, but that you are also friendly and sincere. Someone like any home buyer or seller would want to do business with, right? If you also message, any link that. So personal promotion is particularly effective in acquiring repeat and referral business from people you already know and generating referrals from people you don't know. So some effective form of personal promotion are brochures, yard sign, print advertising, promotional item, online campaign like blog, website, social media and some forums, your magnetic card signs. Visit the approved supplier section in remax.in website also now for many personal promotion idea. Last time in RRR we had someone with promotional items outside the RRR gate. They have started a website in remax.in/approved supplier, so you can order some marketing material, some things you want to buy from there also. So shifting marketing exercise from advertising to personal promotion is a part of an agent's development from salesperson to business person. It parallels the change from the bulk of business a younger associate received from walk-in, calls in and so on. So overall, the longer you have been in the real estate business, the less product advertising you will need to do and more personal promotion you will do. Now specialize. So many real estate agents do not want to market themselves as some sort of specialist. So about some 3 BHK specialist or new building property consultant or new development property consultant, they do not want to do this. Even if they do not want to become known for it because they are afraid that someone not on this area or this type, suppose someone not looking for 3 BHK, someone not looking for new development property, will not work with them. Actually, the truth is that by narrowing down your target, what you are doing, your focus, you may attract more business because you are narrowing down your target. If you market yourself as a 3 BHK specialist, residential specialist in new properties, you attract people who believe you have high-end buyers. So it will help you better. If you specialize, now when if you decide to be specialized, then be sure to tell consumer in your marketing piece. Suppose Tanmay is a sales associate who helps small business find commercial space at cost effective rates. So unlike other real estate agents, Tanmay specializes in small businesses. So this should be told. So many people confuse paid advertising with good publicity. What others say about you is so much more important than what you have to say about yourself. Right? So this is what public relation PR in general is more powerful than advertising. So generate some publicity. Get involved in your clubs or something, your community, your sammelan of your suppose some Brahmin convention or something like that. You should involve in that. Volunteer with a charity. You should run in a marathon or cycling competition with your Remax cap or jersey and join some social group and get people to notice you. Invest the time to get the word out about you. In advertising, it is the message that is most important. What happens in a consumer's mind? What happens in a consumer mind when the message is I am better than rest? What does the reader, the listener or the viewer counter when they hear this? Probably something like that is what they all say. But what happens when the message is I am the leader, I am the specialist? The prospect's mental response is then must mean they are better. So remember, the responses from research tell that consumer want expertise and knowledge. Being able to claim leadership in your area amplifies this very attribute, but it must be based on fact. Suppose buying and selling public is very suspicious. They tend to disbelieve most product claim, like I am the most trustworthy, I care the most. These credentials are collateral you put up the guarantee the performance of your brand. When you have the right credential, your prospect is likely to believe almost anything you say about your brand. Suppose you write on your website, I am the best agent, I care the most, and you don't have any testimonial on your website, who is going to believe? No one is going to believe it. So for almost every person, there is at least one credential that can be exploited. And if there is not one readily apparent in the typical categories, consider a new category. Do you have a higher closing rate or a better sales price in particular area? Have you been agent for many years? Have you taught real estate sales to others? It's okay. No, it's not going to be changed. Some might think that this is counterintuitive to the law of advertising, particularly the part about the message, but in fact it is not. I am leader compared to I am the best is precisely what the law of advertising is referred to. You see credential at work in everyday life. How many times you have walked away from a new restaurant because it was empty? Most people prefer a table at a more crowded restaurant because the thought in our mind is that if this place was really good, there would be a line out the door. So in real estate, the thinking goes, if this agent was really good, they would have achievement that could be boasted about. You would have written here a lot of. So what you should do to market yourself, promote yourself? Publish a blog twice per week on any subject. Not necessary in so many words. It may be in 100, 200 words. but you should keep your views about current real estate market, etc. Update your website twice a month. Knock on 50 doors per week, the way you want. Distribute 25 business card per week. Remember, your business card is not for putting in your pocket or in the card holder, it is to be distributed. Send an email to the sphere of influence every month. Select a specific customer segment and focus on the segment. Be either the big fish in little pond or create a niche and on the pond. Work out with exclusive listing agreement. Have the business card that stand out the most. Yard sign with your photo. Identify yourself with 5-star service. You can any word based service. Identify yourself with each sale is in artwork. Community involvement, as I discussed. Public relation campaign. Sponsorship of sports event or a team, which some offices are always doing. Testimonial from past client. Become known for your certification and courses you have done. Be the associate that provide better market statistic. Have the best listing presentation and frequent open houses in all of our listing. Who does it more? So present seminar for buyers and or seller. Write a real estate column in your newsletter, if not in newspapers. Publish innovative classified ads, print ads in newspapers and magazine, postcard campaign to sphere of influence. Lot of people do that. Send out monthly newsletter to your neighborhood, your area, your prospect, and promotional items. There are specialty items. So, price is always an advantage in advertising. There is substantial evidence that there are 60 to 70% less respond to advertise without a price. So attractive financial terms are always of great interest. They should be emphasized wherever possible. But do not advertise more than one home in same price range in the same media. The idea of advertising is to reach as many prospects as possible, and a variety of prices make this easier. Drastically reduced price may entice some price conscious buyer while causing others to stay clear of someone else's misfortune. They fear the emphasis on price reduction indicates poor quality, poor value, or a combination of both. So suppose you have given advertise the 3 BHK apartment on this area in 78 lakh or in around 85 lakh. So if you have maintain the price, those price range, people will definitely call you. Heading. Heading of the advertise is the eye opener. It is the attention getter. So what heading you are putting your advertise is most important. So it describes in a few words what the reader is going to read. So it should be brief, simple, and emphasize at least one key selling point in the property, such as elegance you can afford. Some humorous headlines are catchy and interesting. So in every week, in every weekend on Sunday, on all the newspaper we see builders advertisement, and they are using a lot of catchy phrases, right? So the heading should be presented attractively and preferably with a lot of white space. It should not be full of black space words. A lot of white space around the headline draws the eye like a magnet. Now call to action. So aim to generate a response. It is often desirable and extremely effective to place the strongest selling feature at the end of the ad in or near the action line. This is the line in which you suggest or spell out the action for the buyer, such as pick up the phone. Now is the time to act. Hurry, this offer will not last. This special property can be shown by appointment only. This home is only for the selective buyer. So remember, the purpose of the headline is to attract attention in a unique, imaginative or humorous way. The body of the advertise should create desire and arouse sufficient curiosity on the part of the reader to respond to this advertise and to take action now. An advertise that has proven to be effective can be run over and over again. and probably with very little change. The price or location may change, but the basic advertise can be used over and over again if it is producing effective results. Each agent should assess his own operation and decide upon an advertising program that is effective for them. You should have a clear budget, have a plan, and keep your seller informed as to how and when you are doing to advertise their home. Mail a copy of advertising schedule for each property to the homeowner. Clip out a copy of this advertise and include it in your communication. Now track results. So analyzing advertised results is one of the most important phases of a successful advertising campaign. It is expensive and foolish to spend money in advertising without knowing what kind of result the investment is producing. So your advertisement is one kind of investment, and what it is producing, we are always investing money, and we always track result. What is the percentage of return I am getting? So every agent should keep careful record of the number of inquiry produced by each advertise. In addition, you should try to ascertain from the prospect what specifically appealed to him in that ad. This way you can continue to use same words, phrases and format that produce successful results. So remember, when the prospect reads your advertise and calls your office, this advertise has done all it was supposed to do. Now the rest is up to you. Now mailers and signs. Whenever you get a new listing, you should send a mailer to the surrounding homes. Now we do it here also. Often neighbors have friends and family, they know who may be interested in moving into their neighborhood. In my society, so many people have told me that whenever you have some house to be sold, please let me know. Now a Remax agent has got a listing in my society, I do not know, but he sends postcard of just listed, then I will come to know. Then I will tell my friend that we have a house to be sold in my society which you were interested once upon a time. So he can come and see and buy if he is still interested. So it is more of a direct marketing. Also seeing a home go up for sale, get people discussing their own plans, and it is often the case that when one home goes for a sale on a street, it is closely followed by another. In your mailer you might ask the question, if you have any friends or acquaintances who are interested in locating in this neighborhood, please call me. Choose your own neighbors. Send a mailer to invite neighbors to attend their house, open house. They are interested in home values where they live, and also check on you as a possible agent should they be interested in selling. Signs. So signs are also critical when it comes to marketing home, and the Remax sign with its distinctive red over white over blue is easily recognizable and effective. We have seen a lot of signboards, no parking boards in Ahmedabad in this area, and it is very distinctively visible. Sellers give preference to the firm whose sold sign indicate it is producing much of the selling action in a specific community or area. Business cards, as I have told earlier, business card is very effective marketing tool which you should always have on hand and in quantity. Remax logo will instantly tell the prospect what you do. Your own photo is your own personal logo in personal selling business. The contact phone number you want use should be large so anyone can read it, preferably without glasses. Sales agents are the back of the card in many creative ways. So you have the back side of card and you can use it many creative ways. You should write as many awards you have won till today, as many important deals you have done. Some use it to remind people they are looking for referrals. Some display loan or similar information to entice that holder to keep it. Whenever you get a business card, make sure to look at it for a creative idea. Whenever you get another people's business card, the photo on your card will tell the holder a lot about you. Many agents like to have a white shirt and dark suit. Others are more casual. So whatever you do should be part of an overall marketing strategy for your business. And as I said earlier, remember, your business card do not do any good in a drawer. Hand out as many and as often you can. So remember this also, the great marketing separates the great agent from the race. So get the marketing right and success will follow. Thank you very much. Next time we will see online marketing, social media marketing, which will also take more time. So we have separated from this part 2. So we will try to do social media marketing, online marketing, everything next time, and then we'll move on to series 3. Thank you very much. If you have any question, please write here or send us to mgm@remote.in. Thank you, Anita.